All right. Maybe fourth time's the charm. So, I've lost connection or just Streamlabs froze for the last 3 times that I've gone live. We'll see if it works this time. All right, so my name is Jared Leary, and I've been playing drums for over 20 years. I mainly worked on rudimental and concert percussion, and drum kit is something that I'm still not good at all. So I'm working on, today, pattern number 16 from this book. It's called 50 Ways of Syncopation, and it is by Don Moyle. You can find it on my website, jaredleary.com/drum. If you go up to here, you can go to Gear I Use, or if you scroll down past the 1,200 hours of free drumming content, play-alongs and lessons and live streams, etc., and you go all the way down to the bottom of Gear I Use, you click on it and just go to Books, and voila! 50 Ways of Syncopation. Dom has a lot of books on there. I highly recommend it. He was my former drum set teacher, one of them. And he's really good. Okay. I'm going to be working on some charts, assuming the stream doesn't crash like the last 3 did. And the charts that I'm going to be working on are going to be with some patterns in Dom's book. So I'm going to do number 7 first. So this one is going to be a Bossa Nova pattern. So with this one, you're going to play the Bossa Nova feet like this. And then with the hands on the quarter notes, you're going to play paradiddles. On 8th notes, you're going to play alternating 16th notes where you emphasize the 8th note. And if it's anything longer than a quarter note, you just keep playing diddles. Etc. So last time I played this, it said that I did it at 140. So we're going to try that. It was meh, but I had fun while doing it. Let's see if I can have fun while doing this again. So I'm going into the charts, and I'm going to do charts 1 through 5. And we're going to do at 140. So if you scroll down to the description of any one of these, you can go to a specific BPM, like 140. Oh boy. All right, so you can't hear it, but I can. One, two, here I go. A little rough, but fun. So we're doing this just to get the hands going, then I'm going to stretch and massage. Here we go. I wish the EAD10, which is the drum module that I'm using, I wish it did a little better with the ghost notes. I don't think it registers all of them. 1, 2, here we go. appreciate the sub on YouTube. Honestly, the sound effect was loud in my headphones, and it startled me for a second. Just practicing some patterns here, trying to warm up. Not doing so great. Hard to figure out which one's a paradiddle, which one's a paradiddle-diddle. This is a fun, challenging one, though. It's a good way to get the hands just kind of warmed up, the blood flowing. 1, 2, ready, and... I totally screwed up. Ugh, that was rough. Okay, so today when I played this, it was 140, and yeah, that needed a lot of work. So how I felt? Out of control, pushing my limits. I'm gonna go with out of control. I don't know if it's just because I was warming up or what, but speaking of warming up, now that we've done that, let's do a little stretch here. Highly recommend stretch and massaging every time you play. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is I'm holding my sticks like this. You pull one in, you follow through with the other, and yeah. Gives you a nice stretch across your forearms. I feel like I'm mentally distracted trying to figure out why the stream crashed 3 times in a row before I could start this 4th one, which looks like it's working, ? Maybe? If you're doing traditional, by the way, you can rotate and hold that way, and then rotate the other way and hold that way, but I don't play that way anymore. Okay, next up is we're going to stretch the underside of the forearms, the tendons. So you can do 1 at a time, you can do 2 at a time, you can do it on the wall 2 at a time. Just don't put your full body weight on this. You don't want anything to pop. Ooh, I needed this. And then the other one. Yeah. By the way, I am multi-streaming, so I have the multi-streams chat up so I can see Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube simultaneously. Switching to the other side. And for whatever reason, Streamlabs have been wonky lately, and it doesn't always show the YouTube tabs, or the YouTube chat, rather. So if I do not respond to you on YouTube, my apologies. I just missed it because Streamlabs is being... not cooperative. All right, so now that we've stretched like the forearms, the tendons, etc., now we're going to stretch each finger. So you do thumb on thumb. And this just makes it so you can go 2 at a time. It's a little bit easier. So now I'm doing index to index. Just a nice hold. And then middle to middle. Ooh, got some pops. Ring to not ring. If you're in a polyamorous marriage, do you put a ring on one finger and then on the other ring finger on the other hand? If you have 2 people that you're married to? I don't know. Okay, now that we stretched, now I'm going to massage. So I'm massaging the top side of the forearm while I use my fingers on the underside. Just trying to get things nice and loose. I highly recommend doing this every single time you practice. Why? Because I got all sorts of injuries, and then fixing my technique and this stretch and massage routine helped make it so I don't get those injuries anymore. And I want to be able to drum for a very long time, both in terms of my life and like several hours a day kind of a thing. Okay, so now I'm going to massage the palm. So I'm massaging the back side of the hand with the thumb while the thumb is doing the pump. Hiccup. Switching hands. Okay, now base to tip of the finger at least 2 times, sometimes more, depending on how the finger's doing. Just massage in your way, kind of wiggle in from the base to the tip. So we're getting everything from our forearms all the way to our fingertips, nice and relaxed. And so far, it looks like my stream hasn't crashed, so that's an improvement from the last 3 times I tried it this morning. Yes, win. Sugoi. Okay. Let's do this. All right, so now that we got the hands gone, looks like the audio's still working. Yay! I am going to work on pattern number 16, which I had myself on last time. Wow, that was no good. That was my comment on here, and that it needed a lot of work, and it was completely out of control at 160. Woohoo! Okay, so what is this pattern that is giving me such a difficult time, you might ask? Well, what you're going to do is just play a slow 16th note swung pattern while you read the short notes on the snare and the long notes on the bass. Okay, and you're reading the snare and the bass at double time. So 8th notes are really 16th notes, quarter notes are really 8th notes. Okay, and I did that at 160. Oops, I just bumped it. Okay, before I do that, let's do this for you. I'm going to play some permutations. So I have my metronome going in my headphones. Whoops. Let's sit with this one a little longer. Okay, next. Alright, so now I'm going to do 2. Oops. Okay, so that was just a little test, just to make sure that everything was all right. There is actually, on my website, let's go here, a permutation pattern for that. So if you do it as 16th notes, if you go to the permutations and exercises, and you go right here, you can play 16th notes straight, and basically do the exact same thing that I was just doing. But that would have been at 80, half the speed. So I'm going to do the first little bit of it with the foot this time. But I'm demonstrating this so you can see what this looks like. 2, ready, and... Oops. And in the next page, okay, now I'm not going to demonstrate the rest of this because, one, my foot doesn't need to be able to do that, and two, the reason why it doesn't need to do that is because, like, the patterns, I'm doing short notes, so it would be the 16th notes on snare and not on foot. So I don't have to do that. That I was just kind of working on just to get the coordination down a little bit. As you can tell, it was still a little bit wonky, so I'm going to continue to practice this, but I'm going to show you another way that I can work on this. So I'm going to go back to here, and the way that I was doing this 2 days ago, yeah, that's when I did this last, when I completely had myself, was I was going through the charts, and I was just reading it with just one limb. So I'm going to do that. So this was at 160. Here we go. Okay, so 160, and I'm going to read through all of the charts with just a snare. Whoop. While I play the check pattern, or the ride pattern. A 1, a 2, a ready, and... Ugh. This is why I'm practicing it. Better than it was 2 days ago, though. Progress. A 1, a 2, a ready, and... Cute. It's finally working, supposedly. Yay! A 1, 2, here we go. My hi-hat sliding again. A 1, a 2, here we go. Definitely better than 2 days ago. Still not great. Audio hiccup again. 1, a 2, a ready, and... Okay, we're going to do this again, but we're going to do it with the next set of charts, so 6 through 10. Whoa. So we can just hit next and slide all the way to 160. Ready, and... Whoa. A 1, a 2, a 1, 2, ready, and... The thing that I'm realizing that I need to focus on is the a 1, having that line up. A 1, a 2, a ready, and a 1, a 1, a 1. Alright, that was better. Oh, chart number 8. This one's the weird one. I wrote it, so I can call it weird. You can't. Actually, you can do whatever you want. Here we go. Ah! Some hiccups in there. Didn't do the A1 on all of those. Still focusing on it, but it's significantly improved from 2 days ago. Oops. That was all just reading airs. My bad. I'm sorry. I failed. A 1, a 2, a last chart. Here we go. Oh boy. Still needs work. Now, before I jump into reading these charts again at 160, I'm going to go back and isolate these out and just play through the patterns with adding in the long notes. Let's turn our metronome back on. So I'm going to just read through each line, and if a line doesn't sound great, then I'm going to sit with it for a bit and work through it. Let's do that one again. This keeps going up. It's the snare right before the hi-hat. A little better. Still doesn't feel comfortable. Okay. Let's go to the next one. Oops. Let's try that again. Okay, I started practicing this. The ride pattern got off, and that threw me off. Let's try that line again. Okay. Okay. Next pattern. Oh, the weird one. Do that again. Doing the fourth line again. Do that line again, second to last. Try that again. Do that again. That's weird. Okay. Chart number 9. I started reading it at half the speed I was supposed to be playing it. Woo! Ah. Okay. Chart 10. This one really screwed me up 2 days ago. Ooh, let's try this again. I don't know why this one's just like messes with me so much. Last line again. Okay. Good enough for government work, as my dad would say. He worked for the government. Police officer. The good kind. Not one of the jerks. Okay. Let's go to charts 1 through 5, and we're going to do the same thing. And then I'm going to actually attempt to read it. Live. From New York. Oh, it's double time, Jared. Why do I write such weird stuff? Because it sounds cool. Let's go third from the bottom line. 2. Here I go. Try that again. Okay, I got through it, sort of. Good enough. All right, chart 2. Oh. Shaky, but way better than 2 days ago. Here we go. Oh, okay. Let's try that. Try that line again. I got totally off. It's that same one. I'm isolating out the patterns. So I did six counts, and now I'm doing the last 2 counts. But now I'm going to do all 8 of the last 2 measures. Try it again. It still doesn't groove yet. It's getting there, but still needs work. That's alright. That's why I'm practicing. I'm just doing it publicly. Here we go. Try that measure leading into that line again. Here we go. Oops. Ooh, okay. Conceptually, I know how it's supposed to go. Practically speaking, I can't play it. Yet. Let's try that last line again. A little better. Sort of. Better. Still needs work. Alright, last try. And then I'll actually play through it without stopping. Woo! Okay, now let's actually read through it. Turn off the metronome. Beep, bop. We'll see how I do. Pressure's on, Jared. Don't screw up, or do. I mean, it happens. Gotta turn that upside down. 1, 2, ready, and. A 1, a 2, a 1, 2, ready, and. bass drum sliding as well. I recovered. That's a huge improvement. 2, still not great. Again, I recovered. Progress. If you compare how this sounds to how it was 2 days ago, it's night and day. Still a lot of work though. Sorta, kinda. A 1, a 2, here we go. Okay, a little rough on that last line. We're still going. 1, a 2, here we go. Wow, I actually recovered on that last one too. I was like, oh no, it's falling apart. And then I survived. Sweet. Let's do the next set of charts. 6 through 10, same speed. Whoopsies. Progress. 2, ready, and... 1, 2, ready, and... Sweet. A 1, a 2, a 1, 2, ready, and... My right hand got off a couple times on that. Still better than 2 days ago. A 1, a 2, a 1, 2, ready, and. A 1, a 2, a 1, 2, ready, and. Oh, audio glitch. It just like hicked up. 1, 2, a 1, 2, ready, and. Alright, the last chart. And this one is weird. Gave me a hard time 2 days ago. 2, a 1, 2, ready, and. All right, yeah. Wow. Survived that. Look at that. Ears are hurting. Okay, so that was 160. And it was meh. Ooh, moving up in the world no longer just needs a lot of work. How I felt. Making progress. I also had fun with it. Like, it got better. Thank you. Okay, I'm gonna play one more thing just for funsies. Just gonna close out the stream. You know what? Let's do this one. This one was fun. 180. So the quality of playing was only meh. Okay, so let's do. What I'm gonna do is 3/4 patterns with the feet. Boom, check, check, boom, check, check. 3, 1, 2, 3. While I read through the charts in 4 and swung. Go back to my site. Go to the play along charts. I think I did charts 1 through 5 last time, so let's do this. Whoops. Oops, I clicked on the wrong one. Let's do that again. Nope. Yeah, charts 6 through 10. Here we go. Okay, good job, Jared. You can do it. All right. Final thing I'll be playing today. Then I'll do a little outro. And then I got a video edit. For hours. I want to, ready, and. Okay. Waking up the brain. 1, 2, ready, and. No, that sounds too bad. I'm gonna go down to 160. I was like, this is just out of control. I want to end playing something fun, not something out of control. 1, 2, ready, and... A 1, 2, a 1, 2, ready, and... Little shaky, but way more in control. 1, 2, a 1, 2, ready, and... Interesting that it didn't line up with the feet. So that means somewhere in there I screwed up with the feet. A 1, a 2, a 1, 2, ready, and... Oops. Scoot up. One, a 2, a 1, 2, ready, and... Alright, my left foot is getting tired. 1, a 2, a 1, 2, ready, and... Alright, that was fun. Okay, so 160. This felt in between met and technically proficient. And how I felt was, it was kind of in between making progress and fun. I'll go with fun. Cool. Yeah, so pattern 16 was a beast, but sitting there and breaking it down made it easier. So starting with just the permutations that are on my website, specifically the 16th note ones, made it so that I isolated out just one limb, the snare drum, and then I isolated out the other limb, the bass drum, that was playing basically the melody, if you want to think of it that way. And then when I started reading through the charts, I read through just the snare drum all the way through, just to make sure I was comfortable with it, and then breaking it down so that it was basically line by line or measure by measure, and just sitting with the parts that were difficult as it was supposed to be performed, with the short notes on the snare, the long notes on the bass. And then I finally read through the charts at tempo and going through it. And that is one way that you can work on this. I hope these streams are helpful for figuring out how you might be able to practice with your own playing, whether it's drum kit like I did today or rudimental stuff, but there's 1,200 hours of free drumming content, some lessons, resources, etc. at jaredo'Leary.com/drum. I am going to go ahead and sign out of my stream. My apologies for the first 3 streams crashing. Hopefully, fingers crossed, this one worked, but I see the audio level is working. Yeah, and it says E8010 is working. Cool. I will be on tomorrow morning. I'll be doing, what is it? I think tenors, and then Elden Ring, and then video editing for the rest of the day. So, yeah. I hope you have a great rest of your day. I will see you another day. Oh, and by the way, Kayla, it looks like Kayla. It's really hard to see at this distance. Thank you so much for the sub on YouTube. I hope you have a great day. But my phone alarm's going off. I know. Turn off. I know. Turn off. Thanks. All right. Anyways, I'm out. Goodbye.